Hello Cowboys Nation. Here's another round of Dallas Cowboys news. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like it so you don't have to. 5 plays that shaped the Cowboys' last-second loss to the Dolphins. Well, that was heartbreaking. The Cowboys lost again, the first time in more than 2 whole years that they've lost consecutive games. However, unlike last week, the Cowboys were much more competitive in this one, losing on a last-second field goal to the Dolphins. Dallas lost for most of the game, but never lost by much. This was a close game that seemingly went back and forth until the final play. It's certainly an improvement on last week, but it still resulted in a loss. These 5 plays proved especially crucial in turning this game into a loss. The Cowboys started with the ball and their offense quickly moved the ball down the field. They even overcame a false start at one point, moving the chains effortlessly and, to a surprise, getting plenty of participation from quarterback Hunter Luepke. Before long, they were in the red zone. Facing 2nd and 1 at the Miami 2, Dak Prescott executed a speed option that led to him throwing to Tony Pollard, who looked set for a diving touchdown. But Pollard tried to cut back, which resulted in an attack just before the goal line. Pollard gained the first down, but not the touchdown. Then came the next play, where Luepke fumbled the handoff from Prescott and the Dolphins recovered it. While Luepke deserves a lot of criticism for not securing the handoff, this play wouldn't have even happened if the veteran running back simply lowered his shoulder and extended his hand beyond the goal line. Given how tightly contested this game was at the end, this missed opening attempt was huge. At the end of the second quarter, the Cowboys held a 7-6 lead, but Miami was moving the ball. They had just got inside the Dallas 10-yard line and, with just under 30 seconds to go, had the opportunity to take the lead into halftime. Facing 2nd and none, Tua Tagovailoa dropped back to pass and had to throw the ball quickly as Micah Parsons tackled him. The initial throw resulted in an incompletion, generating a big third down. Except it didn't, since a flag was thrown for roughing the passer. The penalty in question. Parsons nearly went crazy when the penalty was announced, and no one on the broadcast team, including rules expert Dean Blandino, agreed with the decision. Regardless, Miami received a free first down and 5 yards to boot. They scored a touchdown on the next play, instead of potentially being stuck with a field goal had they failed on 3rd down. Midway through the third quarter, Dallas was trailing 16-7, but the offense was moving. Determined to put up some points and make this game a score again, the Cowboys reached the Miami 25 and at least set them up for a field goal. On 3rd down and needing 11 yards, Prescott dropped back to throw. But after being flushed out of the pocket, he took off running and gained 14 yards to move the chains. But there was a flag on the field near the line of scrimmage. An illegal move was flagged, as Jake Ferguson was in motion while CeeDee Lamb reset his positioning at the line of scrimmage, a rare version of this penalty that requires both players, not just one, to be fully set. That little mistake, which had no discernible impact on the actual game, erased the first down confusion and put the Cowboys in 3rd down for 16. They picked up 5 yards and had to settle for a field goal instead of Miami's first down play. 11. Another Dolphins field goal put the lead back at a multiple score for Miami, and the Cowboys were once again in search of points. They once again mounted a positive drive, getting a little help from an illegal contact penalty on 3rd down, before reaching the red zone. Facing 3rd and 3, the Cowboys desperately needed a conversion to avoid settling for another field goal. But when Prescott took the snap, left tackle Chuma Edoga seemingly removed himself entirely from the existence of edge rusher Bradley Chubb. Instead of blocking Chubb, Edoga went to help Tyler Smith with a quick linebacker, which allowed Chubb a free pass on Prescott. This forced Prescott to abandon the play almost immediately, ending up with a prayer to Rico Dowdle, who never really had a chance. There's no telling how the play might have gone if Edoga had looked in Chubb's direction, but the Cowboys had to settle for a field goal once again. Late in the fourth quarter, the Cowboys engineered a 17-play touchdown drive to take the lead for the first time since before halftime. That left the Dolphins needing a mere field goal with 3.5 minutes to go, and their offense was moving the ball well. Before long, they had a 3rd and 3 at the Dallas 33-yard line, firmly in field goal range. The 2-minute warning had just come and Dallas needed a stop to force the field goal and get the ball back with enough time to retake the lead. But on third down, Tagovailoa fired a quick screen to Tyreek Hill, who easily cut through the defense to gain 10 yards. The Cowboys were then forced to use their first timeout, although it didn't really matter. The Dolphins effectively iced the game with that first down and kicked the game winner a few plays later. Micah Parsons shows frustration with officials after Cowboys lost to Dolphins. Free me dog. Dallas Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons expressed his displeasure with the officiating after the team's loss to the Miami Dolphins on Sunday, voicing his frustrations both to reporters and on social media. Parsons specifically criticized the lack of penalties imposed against the Dolphins. According to the team's website, he has now gone 38 consecutive quarters without conceding a penalty. Despite this, he has had an impressive season, racking up 13 sacks and 53 tackles in total and tying his career record with 30 quarterback hits. Reflecting on the situation, Parsons commented, "It's mind-boggling the things that are being drafted, the positions we occupy. We just have to learn to fight through the adversity and realize that a lot of it is bullshit. These are football matches, but it's the world we live in. We have the star on our helmets." During the game, Parsons received a penalty for hitting quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. He contested the decision, stating, "The official said my intention was to punish the quarterback, but how am I trying to punish him if I'm just trying to sack him? It's not like it was a late hit. I didn't leave my feet. I didn't deal with the head. I don't know how you make that connection." Expressing frustration with the evolving interpretation of roughing the passer, Parsons added, "I got there so fast. How was I supposed to know he took the ball? It was in a second. I didn't leave my feet. I didn't lead with my head, so I don't know what a violent passer is anymore. I actually met D-Law. We both met at quarterback. Like I said, it's hard to play defense." On social media, Parsons posted a photo on his Instagram stories depicting him trying to free himself from two Dolphins offensive linemen, accompanied by the caption, "Free me, man. Whatever I did to the officials, I'm sorry." The decisive moment of the game came when Miami kicker Jason Sanders secured a 22-20 victory in the final seconds. Despite the controversial officiating, Parsons contributed 7 tackles to the game. NFL executive calls Dallas Cowboys an implosion breakthrough group. The Dallas Cowboys are still in great shape at the end of the NFL regular season, after a 22-20 loss to the AFC East leading Dolphins. They are 10-5, having already clinched a spot in the NFC playoffs. But according to an NFL executive, the team is imploding after the loss to the Dolphins, being described as a vanguard group. What did you think of this news? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any Dallas Cowboys news. Thank you.